so I don't tend to cover drama on this channel. It's just not my sort of thing. But I do feel particularly compelled to cover this piece of news as it could have some serious implications to users of Gnome and MPV. Now, it's no secret that Gnome has a long history of rubbing people the wrong way when they go off and try to do their own things, or refuse to support things that are standard on Linux. And one such group that Gnome has annoyed by doing this is MPV. And it seems that a few MPV developers have decided that enough is enough and they're going to attempt to block MPV from running on Gnome. Now, this isn't the first time that the MPV developers have been annoyed with Gnome, but this certainly is the most extreme action I've seen them try to take. In fact, I think this might be the first instance of developers threatening to refuse to support Gnome. Now, before I carry on rambling, you might ask what exactly happened. Well, recently one of the MPV developers made a commit to the MPV project that would, if it was upstreamed and accepted, block MPV from running on Gnome. Concerningly, this commit actually seemed to have some comments in support of this. However, there were definitely some people who were very against this too. Now, thankfully, the developer who made this commit did eventually backtrack and step down to basically wanting a warning that would just warn the user that as a result of them using Gnome, things might be a bit broken, which I think is a slightly more reasonable approach. Now, with all of this said, what do I think of this situation? Well, personally, I completely disagree with the Gnome developers refusing to support standards that are used across the Linux world. Refusing to support these things just makes life harder for the end user. Like, I know Gnome kind of have their own thing going off, but they should probably support open standards while they do it. However, I think the actions of the MPV developer who wanted to downright block MPV from running on Gnome were completely not okay. I think it's completely against the spirit of what Linux is about to ever try to stop a user from running a program in any way that they wish, even if it won't work correctly. If a program doesn't work properly on a user's setup, I think that's down to the end user, not the developer. The developer should have no rights to enforce where the program will be used. Doing so is completely against the spirit of open source, I believe. However, with that said, I think if the MPV team wanted to go down the road of simply warning GNOME users that there might be bugs, well, I think that's fine. So really, in conclusion, I just hope that the GNOME team starts supporting Linux standards more, and that more developers don't try to block GNOME and other desktops.